Number 22. This is a kind of an interesting question. Again, not super important, but it's something to get more information out of the person. Was it your first time to go to the mall? Was it your first time to meet him? Was it your first time to see that musician perform live? If they say yes, okay, that's one set of questions. If they say no, it means they've been to see it or they've experienced it before. So I'll ask them different questions. Was it better than last time? How did it compare to the time you went to see them before? It's a useful question, again, just to get more details out of people. You'll get a better idea of their character and their personality if they've done something many, many times. It means they like it, or they've been there a lot because, again, they like it. Number 23. This is a question to ask often when people travel out of the city, and that is, did you have any problems? When we go on trips, we often run into trouble. We lose our bags, we forget something, we drop our phones, we lose our phones are stolen. There's many things that go wrong on trips. Not often, hopefully, but in my experience I found that a lot of people seem to run into some trouble when they're taking a trip. So I think when somebody says they went out of town, I would ask this question. If it was a big problem, they probably would tell me right up front. Oh, listen to the story. I can't believe what happened last week. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. However, if it wasn't a big problem, it might slip their mind. They might forget. So if you ask them, oh yeah, small problem, just this happened, or yeah, I forgot my shirt at the hotel, but they sent it back to me, so no problem. They're not going to really mention that unless it's really important. So, another question you can ask. Number 24. The question is, did your son have fun? Now, it doesn't have to be your son. It could be your friend or your mother. I have a son, so I think it's a good question to ask me. I want people to ask me about my son because I'm very proud of him and I'm happy to talk about him. But a lot of times when we're talking to people, people ask, did you? Were you? Okay? They ask directly to that person, even though there was a big party, even though it was an event with many, many people, even though their entire family was there. They ask about only them. I think you should also ask about other people at the party or other people at the event. Because just because you really enjoyed it, maybe the other people didn't. Maybe they didn't really like the food at the restaurant, but you loved it. So by asking what other people felt, you get a clearer idea of whether you want to do it or just how good it was. If everyone had a great time, everyone loved the food, hey, maybe I should go. Okay, now number 25 on my list is not a question about a restaurant. I know I started off talking about questions useful for restaurants, but I've expanded. So this question refers to sports. So again, it's only 3 words, so it's really easy to remember. Did you something or other? Did you win? If I'm playing sports or doing karate, did you win? I think it's an important question to ask. Someone can tell me all day about their trip to Okinawa where they played this college team and it was a great game and they had so much fun. Did you win? Did you win? Don't leave that information out. I would like to know that. Because winning or losing has a strong emotional feeling with it. So by asking, did you win, you know if they were a little bit upset or they were really, really happy. And because of that, I can then ask other questions. If they lost, oh, what happened? Oh, how did you play? You know, were you disappointed? If they won, well, great, congratulations. Great comment to make. I could say, well, how many points did you score? Did you hit the winning shot? Again, lots of different questions. Number 26. Again, this is another filler question. I don't often use this unless I'm asking for more information or I'm trying to get an idea of people's schedule. What did you do after you did something? So what did you do after you had lunch? What did you do after you came home? What did you do after you got there? It's a great question to ask. It just clears up in our mind the order of how things happened. Oh, so you did this, then that, then this, that. Gotcha, now I understand. It helps clear up things when you're not sure how they happen, in which order. Okay. Number 27. This is a question that most people don't often mention in their stories, so it's a useful question to ask. And it's, how long did it take you to get to X, Y, and Z from wherever? So for example, how long did it take you to get to Kobe from your house? It's something that most people don't really mention in their stories. It took 30 minutes or 25 minutes. Unless it was a really shocking event, it took 3 hours to get there, or it was a really difficult thing, people usually won't mention the time. They'll just say, I went to the airport. But you just want to show interest, remember? This is the important thing when you ask questions, is you show interest. So you say, well, how long did it take you to get to XYZ? Okay. Number 28. And then we're going to have to stop again. What time did you... something. Again, we just want to create a timeline. So what time did you get home? What time did you get there? What time did you come back? Okay. Again, I just want to clarify what happened when in my mind, because sometimes I'm a little confused. Okay, so we'll stop there, and I'll continue with more questions in my next video. Take care.